Hello everybody. We hope you're all doing well and staying healthy during these crazy times. We're doing fine. We're loving life, continuing to enjoy our journey. This video finds us in Canyonlands National Park. Now this park is not too far from the town of Moab and Arches National Park. It's a little further south and to the west of Arches and Moab, but it's still only maybe 40 miles south of Interstate 70. This is a large national park. It's about 5 times larger than Arches National Park. And although it's much larger, it doesn't have near the visitors as Arches does. I think Arches is around 1.5 million visitors per year. This park has about 3/4 million visitors per year. Canyonlands became a national park in 1964, and it's divided into 3 distinct districts. Located between the Green and Colorado rivers, north of their confluence is the Island in the Sky district. It's known for its dramatic vistas of the surrounding terrain more than 1,000 feet below the island. It's the most visited park district, receiving nearly 60% of all visitors. Located just east of the Colorado River is the Needles district. This district is named for its red and white sandstone spires that dominate the landscape. It's the second most popular region of the park, receiving about 35% of all visitors. You'll find exceptional hiking in this district. The Mesa district is located west of the Green and Colorado rivers, and it's the most remote and inaccessible region and one of the most remote areas in the contiguous United States. Only 3% of the park visitors venture into the maze. This area is very rugged, and it can only be accessed by 4-wheel drive vehicles in much of the district. Welcome to Canyonlands National Park! Woo! Morning, how are you?
I'm well, how are you?
Good, thanks.
We're not doing fees today, we're going to resume fees tomorrow.
Okay.
Would you like a map and guide?
Yeah. Thanks a lot.
Be well.
Well, we're officially in Canyonlands, and we've made it to the Island in the Sky Visitor Center. So we're going to walk on in and take a look, get our stamp and our book, and walk across the street. Looks like there's a overlook into the canyon, so we'll obviously do that. And then the big thing for the day is we're going to drive the Shaffer switchbacks. Really looking forward to it. So we're looking over the canyon from the Island in the Sky overlook. Just beautiful. That road right there is the Shaffer Trail. Takes you to the switchbacks. So we'll be on that road shortly. The switchbacks must be around the corner over there. Here we go, Shaffer Trail in our 2011 CRV. After we completed the Shaffer Trail, we decided to take the Potash Road all the way back to Moab. This road's about 19 miles long. It's primitive, it's very bumpy, very slow. If we had to do it over again, we may not do it. It took us a long time, as we only averaged about 5 to 10 miles per hour for 20 miles. But we wanted to see these potash ponds. This is a mining operation that takes place in the Moab area, and we'd seen pictures of these ponds before, and we wanted to see them in person. Leslie's going to go ahead and give you an explanation of how this mining process works.
The potash mine produces muriate of potash, potassium-containing salt used by farmers in fertilizer. Potash forms in dry regions where lakes dry out, and as the water evaporates, it leaves behind potassium salt deposits. Over time, these deposits are buried and become potash ore. The ore lies about 3,900 feet below the surface. Miners pump water deep underground to reach the potash ore. Potash is soluble, so water dissolves it into a brine. The brine gets pumped into underground caverns where potash continues to dissolve. Eventually, a highly concentrated brine is pumped all the way to the surface and into one of the evaporated ponds. As the water evaporates, potash and other salts crystallize out. This evaporation takes about 300 days. The water is dyed bright blue to reduce the amount of time for the potash to crystallize. Darker water absorbs more sunlight and heat. The crystals of potash and salt are then sent to a facility to be processed. About 60% of the U.S. potash was the muriate type produced at the Moab mine.
Well, we're here. We are in Canyonlands National Park. This is our second day in the park. And today we made a long drive, about 75 miles, to get to a district called The Needles. This district is famous for its red and white shaped pinnacles that are so unique. And we're going to walk about a 5.5 mile trail today to a location called Chesler Park. We're in the Elephant Hill parking area. We're actually at the Elephant Hill trailhead, and we're getting ready to take off. It's 7:30 in the morning. We left our campsite in Moab at 5:45. It's about 50 degrees right now. We've been watching the weather all week to find the coolest day to get out and do this hike, and we really lucked out. It's just gorgeous today. So we're looking forward to this hike, and we're ready to get started. A lot of vertical climbing here to start off with, but the trail's very well marked so far with cairns. See one right there? Those rocks stacked up on top of each other. Those are what mark the trail. Getting our first glimpse of some of the needles while we're on the trail.
What you see in this soil is called biological crust. This crust helps control erosion and nourishes plant life. Without it, animals and even humans would not be able to survive well in the desert. The mature crust can take 50 years to strengthen, but if stepped on or damaged, it can take hundreds of years to recover. The National Park Service asks all visitors not to step on this biological crust.
This is pretty cool.
Feels like a slot canyon.
There's a little arch right there.
I saw that.
We're going to call that one Triggs Arch. Well, we made it to Chesler Park, and I'm assuming that's it back behind us there, kind of that open meadow they're calling a park. I didn't find a bench anywhere, so I'm not sure if that's a park or not. But anyways, the hike here was really beautiful. I'm not going to say the destination view is, I mean, it's beautiful too, don't get me wrong, but I think we saw prettier stuff on the way here. As we continue to walk back, there's a view up here that's spectacular, and I'm going to show it to you. Well, we're back in Canyonlands. This is our third day. We're in Island of the Sky, and we'd planned on going to Mesa Arch first thing this morning, but they've got that area closed because they're getting ready to do some construction there. So our second stop is called Upheaval Dome, and here's kind of a look at it. This is what they're calling the dome, and they're saying that this was created either from a meteorite crash or impact of a salt dome uplift. So we're going to walk out to the first overlook for sure. I'm not sure if we're going to go to the second one or not. We're going to take a look at it. Today is a day of overlooks, so beautiful scenery, and we have just made it to the Green River overlook. We're at an elevation of 6,000 feet. Let's go take a look at it. So obviously this is the Green River down below us here, and the Green River begins in the Wind River range of Wyoming, and it joins the Colorado River 20 miles below this point. The Green River divides the Island in the Sky district, which is where we're at today, from the Maze district. So there's a road called the White Rim Road. It's about 100 miles long that goes through the canyon, and you can see a little bit of it down there. I'll zoom in on it. Kind of see how it goes around the tip down in there. They say to obviously allow some time to do it. They recommend 2-day trip. There's a beast. There's the White Rim Road, and there's a vehicle going across it I can see down there.
Yeah. Come together.
You might see it down in there.
Yeah, I see.
And you can see the needles way off in the distance. That's where we were yesterday. Hey, good morning. We're back in Canyonlands. Beautiful morning. Cool. Finally got cool. It's been between 90 and 90, I'd say 90 and 100 every day. And today it's only supposed to get up to about 70, 75 maybe. So we are checking out Mesa Arch today. This is one of the attractions we were hoping to get to a few days ago, but they had the parking lot closed because they were doing some maintenance, construction, whatever. So anyways, we're at Mesa Arch, which is definitely one of the highlights in the Island of the Sky district, and we are looking forward to seeing it. This is a short, relatively easy trail, only about a half mile. Well, we're going to wrap this one up. Canyonlands, wow. I mean, how appropriate is the name? When you think of canyons across the country, you think, of course, the Grand Canyon being the Cadillac of all the canyon parks. But I'd put this one number 2, definitely. It had such great views, such great vistas. The Island in the Sky District is probably the place that you want to go first when you visit Canyonlands. You know, it's really close to Arches, so if you go see Arches, don't forget about Canyonlands. Give it at least one day and go check out the Island in the Sky District. There's other districts there. The Needles District is another popular one, but it's a little bit of a haul.
Yeah, that's the only thing I really regret is I wish we could have had our motorhome at a campsite that was a lot closer, because we had about an hour to an hour and a half drive to get to the Needles District, and it has a lot of hiking that we would have liked to do, but the hiking was like 8 to 11 miles when you really want to see some things that you just can't see from the road. So if we ever go back, we're gonna try to get closer, but it was a beautiful rugged, you know, terrain, and just beautiful.
Yeah, it was beautiful, and I agree with Leslie. It's such a big park, it's kind of hard to see it all unless you can kind of move around a little bit. But like we always say, we appreciate you guys following us on this journey. We're really enjoying the state of Utah. It's just beautiful out here, and we've got some other destinations planned that I hope you enjoy, and we're looking forward to sharing those with you. So I hope you all stay safe and healthy, and we'll catch you later. Bye, everybody.
Bye.